7 ocean secrets that science still can't explain. Imagine for a moment that you're floating in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, thousands of kilometers from any land. Below you, absolute darkness extends for more than 11 kilometers deep. Now consider this. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the bottom of our own oceans. And what we actually know about these mysterious waters is even more disturbing than our ignorance. Today, we're going to dive into the 7 greatest ocean mysteries that continue to leave the world's brightest scientists completely perplexed. Some of these secrets are so strange they seem straight out of a science fiction movie, but I guarantee that each one is real, documented, and completely inexplicable by modern science. If you're ready to discover truths about our planet that will make you question everything you thought you knew about Earth, then keep watching, because what you're about to discover will forever change your perspective on the oceans. Mystery 1. The mysterious Pacific hum. Let's start with something scientists call the bloop, a sound so powerful and mysterious that when it was first detected in 1997, researchers thought they had found evidence of a giant sea creature, larger than any known animal on Earth. The sound was captured by NOAA hydrophones more than 5,000 kilometers away from its origin in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. To give you an idea of the magnitude, this hum was louder than the sound produced by the blue whale, the loudest animal we know. But here's what really puzzles scientists. The sound pattern doesn't correspond to any known animal, any identified geological phenomenon, or any human activity. For years, theories emerged. Some suggested it could be an unknown species of giant cephalopod. Others thought of underwater volcanic activity. But all these theories were discarded after more detailed analyses. Although the current official explanation points to Antarctic glacier movement, many scientists aren't completely convinced, especially considering that similar sounds continue to be detected in regions where there are no glaciers. The most disturbing part? These mysterious sounds don't stop. Hydrophones around the world continue to capture inexplicable oceanic noises, and every year, we discover new sound patterns that challenge our understanding of the underwater world. Mystery 2. The phantom lights of the depths. Prepare yourself for something that will make you question reality itself. In deep waters around the world, divers and autonomous submarines have documented something extraordinary. Bright, pulsating lights that appear and disappear without any logical explanation. These aren't just the known bioluminescence of plankton or jellyfish. We're talking about organized luminous formations that follow complex geometric patterns and seem to respond to the presence of observation equipment. Some researchers report seeing cascades of light descending the walls of underwater canyons, while others have documented luminous rings of fire that expand horizontally for hundreds of meters. Dr. Marine biologist from Woods Hole University described an experience during an exploration in the Mariana Trench. It was as if the ocean was watching us back. The lights seemed deliberate, almost intelligent in the way they responded to our movements. What makes this even more mysterious is that these lights don't follow the known patterns of bioluminescence. They are much more intense, last much longer, and appear at depths where most known bioluminescent organisms couldn't survive. Chemical analyses of the water around these phenomena revealed nothing unusual, leaving scientists without any clues about their origin. Mystery 3. The Dragon's Triangle. You probably heard of the Bermuda Triangle, but there's a region in the Pacific Ocean that's even more mysterious and much less known. The Devil's Sea or Dragon's Triangle, located near the Japanese coast. This area has a rate of vessel disappearances that statistically exceeds any other oceanic region in the world. But what really intrigues scientists aren't just the disappearances. It's the pattern of strange phenomena reported by ships that cross a region and survive to tell the story. Navigators consistently report inexplicable failures in electronic equipment, extreme magnetic fluctuations that make compasses spin uncontrollably, and waves that behave in completely anomalous ways, rising vertically without any meteorological or geological explanation. The Japanese government took these reports so seriously that in the 1950s they sent a research vessel specifically to investigate the phenomena. The ship KO Maru No. 5, with a complete crew of scientists, disappeared without a trace. No trace of the vessel or crew was ever found again. Subsequent oceanographic studies revealed something even more intriguing. The region presents gravitational and magnetic anomalies that cannot be explained by the known geology of the ocean floor. It's as if there's something buried in the depths that is altering the very physical laws of the area. Mystery 4. The creatures of impossible abysses. Here's something that will make you rethink everything about evolution and life on Earth. In the deepest parts of the oceans, where pressure is more than 1,000 times greater than sea level and where not a single ray of sunlight ever penetrates, scientists have discovered creatures that simply shouldn't exist. I'm not just talking about strange fish or bizarre octopi. I'm referring to organisms that defy our fundamental understanding of biology. Creatures that live without oxygen in environments that should be completely sterile, that feed on toxic chemical substances, and that exhibit characteristics that don't fit into any known category of the tree of life. In 2019, an expedition to the bottom of the Puerto Rico Trench discovered something that left the scientific community completely perplexed. Organisms that appear to be a hybrid life form between plants and animals, capable of photosynthesis even in complete darkness. How is this possible? Current science has no answer. But perhaps most disturbing is the discovery of creatures that exhibit behaviors that seem to indicate a form of collective intelligence. Groups of abyssal organisms have been observed creating complex structures on the ocean floor, following patterns that suggest communication and coordinated planning. Some researchers have even speculated whether we're seeing evidence of a form of primitive underwater civilization. Mystery 5. The heartbeat of the ocean. Prepare for something that will make you see the oceans in a completely new way. Scientists have discovered that Earth's oceans exhibit a global rhythmic pattern that resembles a giant heartbeat, and no one can explain what's causing this phenomenon. Using a worldwide network of ocean sensors, researchers detected synchronized oscillations in temperature, salinity, and maritime currents that occur simultaneously in oceans separated by thousands of kilometers. It's as if all the world's oceans were connected by some unknown mechanism that makes them pulse in unison. The pattern doesn't correspond to any known cycle. It's not tides, it's not lunar influences, it's not atmospheric currents. It's something completely new and inexplicable. Most intriguing is that this oceanic pulse seems to be accelerating. Data from the last 10 years shows that the frequency is gradually increasing, and no one knows what this means for our planet's future. Some scientists theorize that the oceans may have a form of collective consciousness that we don't yet understand. A hypothesis that until recently would have been dismissed as pseudoscience, but is now being seriously considered by some of the world's most respected researchers. Mystery 6. Underwater temporal anomalies. What I'm about to tell you may sound like science fiction, but it's documented in official reports from various world navies. There are specific regions of the oceans where navigation instruments register inexplicable temporal distortions. Submarines and ships have consistently reported chronometers that slow down or speed up when passing through certain deep oceanic areas. In some cases, expeditions that should have lasted hours according to onboard chronometers are recorded by monitoring stations as having lasted entire days, or vice versa. The most documented case occurred in 2018, when a U.S. Navy research submarine emerged from a deep dive in the North Atlantic, reporting that they had spent 3 hours exploring an underwater rock formation. However, surface control recorded that the submarine had been out of contact for more than 14 hours. Subsequent analyses of the equipment revealed no technical defects. The submarine's precision atomic chronometers were working perfectly. It was as if time itself had flowed differently at that specific depth. Theoretical physicists have suggested that these anomalies may be related to extreme gravitational fields caused by unknown underwater geological formations. But so far, no theory has been able to completely explain these phenomena. Mystery 7, the call of the oceans. And we arrive at the last and perhaps most disturbing ocean mystery. There's a phenomenon that scientists discreetly call inexplicable oceanic attraction. People around the world report feeling an irresistible compulsion to go to the ocean, specifically to deep and remote regions. This isn't just an isolated or psychological phenomenon. Epidemiological studies have identified significant statistical patterns. People living near the ocean report recurring dreams about deep waters, and many describe a sensation of calling that intensifies during certain lunar phases and specific oceanic conditions. Most intriguing is that this phenomenon seems to be intensifying. Data from the last 5 years shows a 300% increase in reports of people who abandon their lives to live near the ocean, many unable to rationally explain why they made this decision. Some researchers speculate that there may be some type of infrasonic or ultrasonic communication emanating from the oceans that affects human behavior in ways we don't yet understand. Others suggest it may be a natural electromagnetic phenomenon that interacts with brain neurochemistry. But here's the most disturbing truth of all. Some in the mainstream scientific community still reluctant to admit publicly. All these 7 mysteries may be connected. Emerging patterns in the data suggest we're not dealing with isolated phenomena, but with manifestations of something much larger and more complex happening in our oceans. Growing evidence points to the possibility that Earth's oceans may be much more than simple bodies of water. They may be part of a complex and possibly conscious planetary system that we're only beginning to understand. Think about it. 71% of our planet's surface is covered by water, but we've explored less than 5% of the oceans. We live in a world where most of the surface remains completely unknown to us. And with each new discovery, the oceans become more mysterious, not less. The question you must be asking yourself now is, if these mysteries are real and documented, why don't we hear more about them? The answer is simple. Because admitting the extent of our ignorance about the oceans would be admitting that we really don't know our own planet. These 7 ocean secrets represent just the tip of the iceberg of what we still don't know about our own planet. Each dive into the oceanic depths reveals new mysteries, new questions that challenge our understanding of reality. If this video made you question what we really know about Earth, you're not alone. Millions of people around the world are awakening to the reality that we live on a planet much more mysterious and complex than we ever imagined. Leave a like if these ocean mysteries fascinated you as much as they fascinate me. Comment which of these 7 secrets intrigue you most and why. And if you want to continue exploring the deepest mysteries of our planet, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because every week I bring revelations that will expand your perception of reality. Remember, the oceans cover 71% of our planet, but we know less than 5% of them. This means that 95% of the oceans remain completely unexplored, holding secrets that could revolutionize our understanding of life, consciousness, and the very nature of reality. The next time you look at the ocean, remember that you're contemplating Earth's greatest mystery, an abyss of unexplored possibilities that may contain answers to questions we don't even know how to ask yet. Thank you for watching, and until the next mystery.